Hey, few days remaining for the exams, and have you thought about what will you do a week prior to the exams? Have you already thought about one day before the exams what you're going to do, and on the day of the exams what you're going to? And if you haven't, this video is for you. So a week before the exam, you need to have a master sheet, and the master sheet should identify what subjects you will study on the day of the exams, and if there is a holiday, what subject you will study on that evening of the exam. For example, you have a maths paper on day one and you have a day off after that, and then you have history paper. So on that evening of the maths paper, why are you going to study history, or you're going to study the other subjects, maybe geography or science, which is few days later, and then the next day when you have the holiday you will study history before the history paper. So what is that you will do? Please ensure you have a master sheet around that. Also, you need to identify your approach to the paper. How would you approach the paper? How would you approach the optional questions? How much time you will spend section wise? How would you ensure that you don't miss the questions? I know of people who you're not allowed to scribble on the question paper, but still you need to put a tick or some kind of a dash so that you know that this question you've already approached, right? So you may have to pre-plan that. Pen, pencil, ruler, whatever logistics required, the cloth you're going to wear, it's your favorite cloth or not, whatever that is, get them out of the way, because these are all logistics things and it'll take away your mental space. You don't want that space to be absorbed by these things. So make sure you clear this out. That's one thing you need to do a week prior to exam. What you need to do a day before the exam. Champions don't study on a day prior to the exams. They relax, and that's exactly what you will see in sports industries. People will do, they will reduce their intensity level as they come closer to the match, and that's exactly what you need to do. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. You have to relax, listen to good music, have a revision, ensure you have the checklist of that paper, key checklist or key formulas which you've identified. Just go over it. Don't have to solve the paper a day prior to exams. You need to completely be managing your nerves. Also, eating well. I would say this you should do a week prior to the exams, that eat well, drink well, which is hydrate yourself enough. Water has an important element, and also sleep well, because this is a very, very important thing which will have a direct impact on your memory and your physical well-being. So make sure that you don't take these things for granted. 8 hours of sleep is minimum you need a week prior to exam. You have to have that, and ensure you have a 25-minute nap after you come back from the exam. I think not more than 25. If you do beyond 25, it'll take away your space. It's enough. 25 minutes is good enough for your sleep. So these are the things you would do a day prior to exams. And on the day of the exam, imagine you getting up in the morning. I want you to start feeling a champion for the day. You are the champion of the day, and you're going to conquer whatever comes your way and solve all the problem which is there. And that's the mindset. If you have a go-to statement, if you have some positive quotes, make sure that positive quotes is what you're reading and you're feeling the energy, the positivity of the energy, and you're walking towards the exams. Ensure you don't speak to as many people as possible. Don't get distracted, and just go few minutes earlier and sit and close your eyes and focus on breathing till the time you get your question paper. Just focus, close your eyes and breathe consciously. Take one breath, second breath. Just be conscious about that. Once the question paper is there, I'm sure you will just quickly look at it. And as you run through your paper and you start answering the paper, just take few pauses in between. After half an hour, take a pause, close your eyes, observe your breath coming in, breath going out, and then with a regenerated energy, start that again. These pauses will help a big deal in in calming your nerves and making you feel comfortable and charged up, right? So do that as you go through the exam conversation. Don't worry of people taking extra supplements. Manage your self-talk. There will be a lot of self-talks. Don't have the temptations to calculate your marks at that moment. Nothing of that you need to do. So finish with your paper. Don't have to hurriedly submit the paper. Use the full time which is remaining. Put some presentable underlines, reread your paper, review the questions, and check the questions and the questions you have attempted, have they're matching to each other or not? Is there any space you have left out where you want to add any other points? So make sure you utilize your full hour of your exams rather than getting out of the hall earlier. And once you're out of the hall, don't get excited to have discussions on what was right and what was wrong. Don't have to calculate what you will you pass or will you not, or what will be your scores. All that is gone for now. You have to only now start thinking about your next paper. So don't focus on all those things, right? Come right home, take a 25-minute nap, and continue your plan as you plan. So I hope this is useful and you're going to make the most out of this. Share with your parents also so that they can reinforce that closer to the exams, and keep smiling while you're writing your paper, because smile really will help you feel charged up, energized, and inspired. So do that and make the most out of this. All the very best.